Hello, welcome to my life on paper. It makes my heart happy to have you here. I'm playing along with Mix It Up Monday, where we use mixed media. I'm also playing along with series 19 of Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is by Shawn Lahr, and look at all these photos you can get onto a two-page layout. So this is not a surprise, a concert layout. I've done a couple pictures of this in that my husband and I did a VIP meet and greet with Soul Asylum prior to this concert. Um, it was for his birthday, and but now I'm getting all the concert photos on there. So on the left is Soul Asylum, on the right is Stone Temple Pilots, and I had my husband pick out the pictures on the left and on the right. I tend to take a lot of pictures at a concert, although I got to tell you, I'm getting better. And some of these are snaked from Facebook, which is a big help as well. But he did pick them out, and that helped me out. So I've already done my mixed media on the right. I just grabbed a stencil with stars. You can see I've got kind of a smudge in the middle where I overlapped. That's okay. I'm going to fix that. I've got these cool brushes that Janet from Galaxy Girl Creations had on her YouTube channel. So if you're interested, let me know and I can give you the Amazon link for that. It can cover like a big area easily with the ink. I did get more stars on the right side. I did a little bit more than on the left, not on purpose, but that's okay. I think by the time you're done, you don't really look at that. And these are two borders. They're like a cardstock punch-out border, the black scallop. And so I am using those kind of um, to the side of the stencil to kind of give them I don't know if you'd call them a frame or a border or what have you, but to kind of um, complete the image on the stencil. I'm having a hard time finding the right words, but basically the border is closing the stenciling in. And I did lay out my photos ahead of time. I will move them around a little bit. I think the side stays pretty true. Now, what I did was flip-flop the pages. I wanted the circles on the Soul of Asylum page because I did make the circle the pictures of me and my husband. I actually used a app called Round Photo, and that worked with my Epson PictureMate 400 printer. So that was pretty slick. In the past, I have printed it off as a 4x6 and then uh, used not the scan and cut, but the scanning of your Cricut mat and then cutting it into a circle. But that's kind of risky because it doesn't always cut exactly. And sometimes, well, I got to tell you that the photo on the bottom there in the right corner of the left page actually has the right and the left side cut off because of the way I made a mistake and I made it 99% instead of 100%. And so it decided to take those little pieces off, but I'll cover them up and you will never tell that. So the pieces that I'm using are from Scrapbook Generation. I believe it's Pianoforte like Plus, but oh, and then the Smile one actually comes from a different Scrapbook Generation collection with the cameras. So I've got the T-shirts, the stars, and the paper is just paper I had in my stash. I backed it with the black. And in the sketch, you can see there's a little bit of probably a backing going behind the title. So I brought that into my layout, and it is going to span across two pages. Now I only used a 12 by 12 piece of paper, so it's not going to go completely across, but I'll tuck it in on either side. I used my liquid glue for the scallop black borders on either side, and now I'm using my adhesive, and I am trying to overlap with having them. Well, some of them are 3 by 4, and which is not what the sketch was, but you can always change a sketch to fit your pictures and your style. And so I tried to fit the 3 by 4s and the 3 by 3s in the best that I could with the space that I had. And with having four 3 by 3 or 3 by 4 photos, you're going to have to overlap, obviously, right, a little bit so that you can get them all onto a 12 by 12 page. And that's what I am working on now. Down below, I will have everyone playing along with Mix It Up Monday. as well as the playlist for the 30 Days of Sketches. And make sure to check those both out. Some of the Mix It Up Monday folks playing along with um, will be playing along with 30 Days of Sketches. Um, and I know that they might not all use, two-page layout. That's okay. I was super happy to use this two-page layout to get, what I decide, like 13 photos on, or 14, 15, maybe 15. I'll have to count at the end, but so all of the photos that I took during the concert made it on the two-page layout. I'm quite pleased. And the other thing is, I kind of put it off for a while just because it's so overwhelming of which photos to pick out. So while my husband and I were out for a beverage yesterday, he was able to point out, or he actually um, favorited the photos on my phone so that I knew exactly which ones I wanted to use. And then I did use Becky Higgins' Project Life app, which is free. The Round Photo app is free as well, but I use that to do put two 3x4 photos onto one 4x6 before I print it on my Epson PictureMate 400, which I love. On the left-hand side, I did put two 3x4 photos overlapping each other so that you can't see that the the paper that's backing the title doesn't go all the way across the page. On the right side, I must not have even cared because it's those are, you can tell it doesn't go all the way across, and that is just fine. All right, so that banner says music is life, so I kind of overlapped it. Well, I will overlap it there. It's kind of just sitting out there with it not being glued down, but it will say smile, music is life. And I'm going to use the stars then to decorate both sides of the page. So I had pianoforte plus the pretty much the whole collection. So there's cut aparts and pattern paper and stuff. And pretty much finished it. So now I bought the cut aparts and a couple pieces of pattern paper, which I haven't used, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is gone soon too. I do, in case you're new here, I do go to a lot of concerts and I do enjoy scrapbooking them. So there will be more. Every time, I don't have to use the music necessarily. It doesn't have to be themed, but I do enjoy that. Um, but I will have many more concerts to scrapbook after this one because we've been to many since then. This was a year ago for his birthday in September. You can see the arrows on the right-hand side of the page. I don't end up using those, but those are part of the collection as well. And then that star I tuck over my head. Not that I want to have a star on my head, but that you can see my whole face, and it covers up that kind of that curve of the circle that looked kind of odd below the square of the photo. This is my Wink Stella pen. I did get it from Amazon. I think I got three different ones. And it's kind of glittery. It's black, but it's kind of glittery. So I did that star first, and I don't know if you can really see the star that's glittery, but I will come back in and use it at the end of the layout as well. But I think you can get them in black, in golds, and then just regular silver glitter kind. Now I am using foam adhesive dots to get those stars down. That black circle with the silver notes on it was in my stash. I must have cut out a circle for something else, not used it. So I put that up on top. According to the sketch, I could have had one more photo up there, which I didn't. So this was a good way to fill that spot. And then there's a t-shirt that it has a circle on it that says love music all the way around. And then the little banner up on top there says player's going to play. And this is where it's kind of like making stitching marks with the Wink Stella pen. Um, Mixed media can be a lot of different things. I know I don't have a lot on this page, but between the Wink Stella pen, the stenciling, and at the end I will do some splatters. I think I have all my bases covered, especially when you get these many photos on. It's not a lot of room for mixed media. I certainly could have done it where the title, above and below the title, on the sketch that is left for journaling. So I will get some journaling in there, but I do get some splatters in there. I am using fossilized amber distress spritz for my splatters, and it does look gold, and I like the way it goes with the collection here. The other little hearts say this was awesome. Oh, and then they just have notes and stars on them and stuff, so that's the only one that has anything on it. So creating makes my heart happy, and I hope that you find what makes your heart happy too.